little nano-coated super sharp hook. It's got a great keeper, real fine weed guard on there that doesn't get in the way. And most importantly, it's got this fish head design that runs straight through. And I couple it up with a Zoom Z-Craw Junior trailer. And in May, I want some type of a shad pattern, because the reason a swim jig works so good in May is a lot of shad spawn in May. And this is a great way to catch bass in shallow water during the month of May, in and around sort of that shad spawn. You don't really have to be focused on the shad spawn. It works great anywhere. And where you want to fish this, guys, is just in extremely shallow water. It's like most of the time I want water visibility of like less than 2 foot, and I'm fishing whatever shallow cover is available in the lake that I have. If you got shallow grass, lily pads, awesome. That works really good in that. If you got lay down trees, if you got boat docks, if you got a stump in the water, if you got a rocky bank, if you got an overhanging tree that's got shade on it, just throw the swim jig right to the bank, keep the rod tip high, and keep it just, a couple inches under the water, just going like that through just keep it in sight, like about that far under the water. And it works best for me if you have water visibility of around 8 to 12 inches. That's the water visibility I really like for the swim jig, but it's a really good bait in the month of May. Okay, the next one is one that doesn't get fished much anymore, but I catch a lot of fish in May on it, and that's just an old school lizard. This is a Zoom 8-inch lizard, and a jig will work in May pretty good if you have heavy cover, but a lot of times after those fish spawn, they're sort of in this post-spawn funk, and they don't want like a real overwhelming bulky bait, so a lizard works really good. And I'll pitch and flip this lizard around whatever shallow cover I have on a light sinker, usually like a 3/16 sinker. And then also it works really good on a Carolina rig. Carolina rigging is really good in the month of May when those fish move out on the points. So flipping and pitching or Carolina rigging, an 8-inch lizard is really good here. Another one that works really good, and it's sort of like did not work that great in April. It works good in March and May, is a larger square bill crankbait. This is the Megabass S-Crank 2.0, which was the biggest square bill that they make. And guys, after those fish spawn, if you can locate some off-colored water and basically just rocky banks, it could be rocks that big, or it could be, rocks that big, whatever. But get on those, like the channel type banks, and just parallel this S-Crank square bill crankbait down those rocky banks. A lot of times what happens is after those fish spawn, they move out to the closest channel bank. And again, you want water visibility of less than 1.5 feet or so. I prefer like 1 foot of visibility for this. I do like the brighter color, like the blackback chartreuse is probably my favorite in May, but just burn